Okay, I was going to try to do a live, like I said, my wife's account has been dinged for 30 days, so I can't do any live from the shop. So what I'm doing now is just a video from the shop, and it's on the Clevon demold. Got them glassed. I gotta make holes for them. Gotta do that. So I'll drill a hole for them real quick. I'm gonna make sure they fit. These bolts, make sure they're the right size and shit. Alright, bolts are gonna go in. Good. Got that. I gotta put some bolt holes and shit in here. That's right where the ear is. Well below the ear. I'll do a well below the ear. I get all these holes drilled, and so the form doesn't leak any silicone and shit. I gotta have one clamp at least right here. I'm gonna wait to see how this comes off, and then I'll put one behind the ear. But for right now, all we're gonna do is just pull them apart. Get my fry sticks, get my little, got the areas here where I wanna get this fried apart. Then I got to demold, not only demolding, but I got to melt this clay down because it's going to be another a silicone mask project, Frankenstein, for Woody Murphy's dad. It's going to be a silicone mask, which I may or may not put in the regular circulation, depending on how it turns it out. We're going to find out how well this works. I can trim all this extra fiberglass away down the line. I just want to gently crack this thing. Like I said, I couldn't do lives on this because of stupid account. But, you know, y'all seen me do enough of these, you know I know what I'm doing. Card shims and all that crap. We've gone over that I don't know how many times. I like to think I put enough on here, fiberglass wise, that it comes up. Get them off this platform. Oh, we have to rip this open and take this off. As he's down on this platform here, we got him on this piece of board here. And you know, fiberglass is going to stick to that. But I can cut that off. I just got to get it loose for where I can. Let me do this. Cut this off so I can get it off of here. I just need to get enough off where I can separate the two parts. So, right down the middle, cracking it open. There goes, comes the front. Front's popping loose. That's the bottom part of it. Damn, it done got stuck. Every single time I do one of these, I draw fucking first blood. Every single time. Now the tricky part here is the ear. I had to mold around the ear at an angle. That's the part that kind of gets me to where I think I'm going to be a failure. I'm not 100% sure. Coming away. I could be bleeding, but I'm not. I just cut myself, but I'm not bleeding. Not yet, anyway. So let me wrench this forwards and backwards. There we go. Come on. There we go. I'll get the front off. Come on, Clevon. Do your thing. Do your thing, motherfucker. There we go. And there's little to no clay on there. There's a little bit in the ear. That's it. Front of the mold, side of the ear, everything's good. I got to do this a little soft right here, so I got to put some more on the outside. And now, got to get them demolded on the back, and I can do that easy enough just by putting this underneath here and working this clay away and doing it from the back. Well, that come away. This clay is soft as hell too. It should be soft enough that it comes off, but on the bottom part it doesn't want to, apparently. We're gonna pull it even worked up in the bottom. Got a little trimming and shit to do on the front, on the back actually. And it's hard to grip this thing with the clay being soft because of the heat. And there again, this is going to be one that's probably going to take a heat gun effort to get this clay to come off. But I can do that good enough and just get them demolded. We got the front off, simple enough, that was easy. The back part of it easy too. I just gotta go in here and get this fried off. So anyway, I'm gonna do that. I'm just gonna work on it and get them done. But we got the front. Came away with a little to no clay on it. Just got a couple of pieces of clay right here that melted. So there again, got all the details and everything in there. Ears, got all that. And just take the flame cards off of here and get it. The flame cards come right off. And all I gotta do from that, like I said, look at this ear here, find out where this is. Took that tape off. Trim the outside a little bit. So the ear comes right there, so I can put a hole right there so I can clamp it right here on this side. And clamp both sides shut. There again. Get your flame cards. That's why I use flame cards and frames. They're easy, they're thin. You don't fuck with clay. So I got the bottom part here that's stuck on here. I can get that off, peel that off. No problem. Probably the cheapest flange I've ever used for fiberglass molding. And all the details come out perfect. Every single one. Every single one of them. Ears come out perfect, everything. So, alright, I gotta work on this, get that done. But like I said, we got them completely demolded on the front. Gonna get the vac, and then we'll I gotta melt this clay down and start on Frankenstein. I'm gonna be doing Frankenstein probably starting before I go on vacation for a couple of days, 4th of July. Just so you guys can see. Going to be sculpting this guy right here, Trick or Treat Studios mask that I rehauled for Berryman's dad. Rehauled it, and he wants a silicone version. So now I gotta sculpt this on this form. So sculpt this on this form and make a silicone mask for him. So there we go. Sidewise about the same. The head here is probably just a little bit bigger than the mask. So it's not going to be maybe about 1/2 inch clay all the way around. But I'm going to do it with the open mouth. The lips will be, you know, in conjunction with each other, but it'll have a way it can open his mouth and be flexible enough to do it. Okay? So I won't even have to do the eyes, I just have to do the eyelids, and I'll sculpt it to where he can use his own eyes. Hopefully. That's the only part with this that I'm not sure I have to get with San Winston about how to do that on this with the eyes. But there we go. Alright? So it's the next project. I'll come down to about right here. But I gotta get this demolded, get that clay melted down, and start laying it up here. And I'll probably be doing that. I want to say I'll start this weekend, but I got a couple of orders, like a couple of Jaws models. I got one I got to finish up, and then I got a Vengeance style Part 7 to do, bodysuit. So there we go. Anyway, I'll be getting that disc, and I'll be doing a video synopsis of the whole sculpting thing, so nobody can come back and say, "Oh, you didn't do that. You clay poured it. You recasted it. You did this. You did that. Blah, blah, blah." So I'll do an entire start to finish on the Frankenstein for you guys as well as the YouTube channel. Alright, it won't be live, but I'll post the videos and shit. Alright? So we'll see you on the next one. I appreciate you tuning in, although it's not live. Anyway, thank you, and I'll see you on the next one.